All right, let's talk about it. Oh man, this loss was a gut punch, especially going into the last 8 minutes or so of the fourth quarter. It seemed like the Steelers were building momentum. Momentum was on our side, and the offense for the Dolphins was running out of gas. So much so where they didn't even score another point. Nobody scored in that whole fourth quarter. And I'll say it once, I'll say it again. The only real saving grace for the Steelers offense, the only way we can even remotely move the ball, is Najee Harris's feet and Chase Claypool's catches. Oh, and George Pickens. But my goodness, our defense was abysmal. We barely got any pressure on Tua. I think we may have gotten one sack, but I gotta go rewatch the game. And our secondary got completely shredded. And that's not even the worst part about it. Is our secondary dropped count them, four interceptions at least. I didn't really expect this to be that much of a high scoring game, but just think of what the Steelers could have done with those four forced turnovers. Worst case scenario, the score is 10-16. Let's just say that the Steelers were to convert two of those four drop turnovers in field goals. Boom, right there the game is at least tied. And the play calling, don't even get me started on the play calling. I already know that people are gearing up their pitchforks and torches in the city of Pittsburgh and want Matt Canada's ass ran out of there. But I'll talk about that in a whole nother video. Also, how much of this loss is on Kenny Pickett? I will say this loss is probably about 25% his fault for making a couple of bad reads and bad decisions, but I would say 75% of it is on our defense. But the only other question is, where do we go from here? As far as the direction of the offense, and TJ Watt still probably not coming back for another at least 3 or 4 weeks. So what do we do from here, especially with our secondary still being somewhat banged up? But what the hell? I'll take this loss on the chin. I mean, we pretty much don't have any other choice. But we'll just see how far this goes. But anyway, what do you guys think of this game? I mean, it was a pretty good game of football, or solid game of football, but just disappointing loss for my boys overall. But it's time to lick our wounds and regroup.